So 3 wins from 3 in the league. Was the Rotherham win last weekend the most satisfying so far?
No, they're all good wins against 3 tough teams, really. It was a tough start for us. It still is a tough start. We've started good. We need to make sure we keep that consistency in our play and in our mentality. It's like I say, it's been a good start, but we can't get ahead of ourselves. We just got to make sure we focus on the next game. A game where I feel as if form goes out the window against your local rivals. Fans are all looking forward to it. My players are looking forward to it. My staff are looking forward to it. We just got to make sure we go there and play our own game. Match their aggression, match their tempo. I'm sure they'll be working hard this week. I'm sure Justin's got them working hard, and they'll be up for the game just as much as us. So it's the team who's got the right mindset, the right mentality, the right attitude on the day wins the game. Because
of the derby factor and the form not making such a difference, do you think they'll see it as a good opportunity as well? Do you feel it's a game that they'll be thinking, yes, it's quite a good time for us? Of
course, this is probably a game that will kickstart their season. I think I touched on it during the week. They've strengthened their squad really well. They've brought some really good players into the building. They're a lot stronger than they were last year, I feel. Although the form doesn't tell you that. It's, you know, sometimes it takes teams a little bit longer to get going than others. We're going into the game in no different way we approached the first 3 games. Our mentality is firmly focused on ourselves. Yes, we will be looking a little bit into Northampton, but the game, I mean, in terms of the form guide, it means nothing. As you know, in local derbies, you know, they'll be really up for it, but so will we. So I think it's got the makings of a good game.
And one factor that's made a big difference in the 2 home games so far, for both matches, a really good atmosphere. So I'm guessing you'll be hoping to feed off what will be obviously a good atmosphere this weekend.
Well, the crowd have been brilliant in the 2 home games. I think they've come back, especially the first game against Plymouth, and then they come back again and supported us against Rotherham. They were excellent and got us over the line really in the 2 games. You know, when you're coming under the cosh a little bit in a game, you need your fans to stand strong with you, and they done that, and we got rewards for it at the end, you know, as a result. So to have 1,400, 1,500 of them coming to Northampton is a credit to them. You know, I think the tickets sold really quickly. But we're looking forward to it. We want to go there and make sure we give them a good day, first and foremost, make sure they come away happy. And we just got to make sure we perform. Like I always say to you, we got to make sure we concentrate on ourselves, do the basics right, make sure we were switched on to second balls, things like that, and then our quality will come out on top, and hopefully that's enough to win us the game.
Do you think it makes too much difference that the game is coming so early in the season?
Not really, no. I mean, it doesn't matter when it comes in a local derby. I think it'll always be the same. Form goes out the window. Whoever wants it more in the day, the usual stuff. I'm sure you hear a lot of in a local derby, but we are really looking forward to it. We win the game, a good start becomes a great start. That's what I'd say. We want to make sure we finish the month strong. We want to finish the month in a good place where we haven't been beaten in the league, and that's our only focus.
Jack Marriott clearly has taken a lot of the headlines over the past week or so with his goals, but looking at the goals you have scored, you must be particularly delighted how the combination play is working. Junior Marias has played a big part in a lot of what he's done, and it seems to be working well as a team.
Jack's been, I mean, from the game against Lincoln until the game against Cheltenham, where he had scored 5 in 2 games, and he's taken his form from them games into the season. You know, I think he's got 10 goals, or maybe even be more, 11 in the space of 6-7 games. So if you take into account the pre-season games, I haven't quite added it up, but I'm just thinking. So he's in great form, but Junior's in good form, Marcus is in good form, and they have to be, because there's people, you know, waiting on the wings to come in if they're not. We'll hopefully have Ricky Miller back sooner rather than later. Idris Khan, who's coming on, making an impact from the bench. Danny Lloyd's chomping at the bit. So in the attacking areas, we've got people ready to come in and stake a claim for a position. You know, Idris and Ricky scored again during the week and midweek games. But the front 3 are playing really well at the minute. I think the biggest thing they're doing well is is their out of possession stuff, the pressing, how aggressive they are in their press, and it's rubbing off for them because they're getting a lot of chances off the back of it. They're setting each other up. Junior hasn't scored in 2 games, but it was only a matter of time before he starts hitting the back of the net again. I know that for a fact. But what he is doing, he's contributing to Jack, and he's setting him goals up. Marcus Maddison, you can probably say hasn't set a goal up or scored one yet, although he set the goal up for Leo, the own goal one in the first game of the season. But Marcus has set that many chances up in games. I think he set 3 1-on-1s up against Bristol Rovers, and he had set a few up the other day that just hadn't gone in for him. But I'm sure it'll fall for him soon as well, because in and around the box he's lethal and he's deadly around that area, but we just need to get him in the ball in there a bit more. Yeah,
it must be great that those combinations are working so early, because you had quality up there last season, but one of the issues seemed to be finding the right mix, and it's great that you've got that straight away.
No, we're a different animal this year up there, completely different animal. We've got pace, we've got aggression, probably 2 things we missed last season, so it's a completely different outlook for us in the forward area. And I think you can see that in the results and the goals they're scoring.
With the injuries, sounds like all good news really. Stephen Taylor good to go, and Callum Chettle a bit better than first feared.
Yeah, Tails will be fine, trained today. Callum will be back on the grass on Monday, so we'll probably have a week, 10 days to see how he is there. So it's not going to be the 68 weeks that we thought. He could be back sooner than what we thought. Seems a quick healer, which is good news for us. Jermaine Anderson's trained all week, looks good, very close to becoming into contention with us, which is a surprise for me, because I thought he was going to be a lot longer than what I think I remember last time I spoke to you. I thought we were going to be a month, but he's come on leaps and bounds, so he is very close to returning. So we're looking good. We're looking good in the injury front, and Callum Chettle's the only one will probably be without at the weekend.
Yeah, this must be great for you, because I think through your whole time as manager, probably the past few weeks, the best spell for injuries. How much easier does that make life when you look at the treatment table and there's basically no one there?
It's a lot better. You know, it's we made a stand at the end of the season, myself and the chairman, to not carry a massive squad with us this year. We wanted to rely on the kids who have all showed last year, Freestone, Borgs, for example, have showed that they can step in and play in the first team. So it's important for us that we have that, and we're not, dipping into a squad of players who maybe haven't got the hunger of some of the younger ones. But it's nice to see the injury table really clear. Only Callum, like I say, is in there. The other one I should touch on is young Andrea will probably miss the game at the week. Well, he will miss the game. He's gone away with the Malta team, so he'll miss the Saturday game, the Tuesday game, and then the following Saturday against Doncaster. But great for him to be recognised by his country. Yeah,
great for him. With the Tuesday game against Southampton, will that be an opportunity? Obviously not for Andrea because he's not here, but the likes of Lewis Freestone to get involved.
Possibly. I haven't even thought about the Southampton game really. I think my only focus is on Northampton. Like I say, we've seen Southampton, we've had them watch, but our only focus is Northampton, and making sure we go and put a performance on for our fans. Yeah,
because it's a little bit different, isn't it, with the trophy and a Southampton side. I don't know how many games their under-21s or under-23s have played this season, but I guess a bit more of a step into the unknown.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've seen a lot of the games. I think a lot of the under-23 teams are playing quite young teams. They're sticking with their under-23s, which is good really, because that's what it's for. It's for the under-23s and the Premier League teams to get experience playing against league teams and men's teams, and a lot of them are doing that. I know Man City did when I went to watch them against Rotherham. So it's a lot better. I mean, last season we played Norwich's first team really, didn't we? So it was a bit of a joke really, but. I think that's what it's for. I think it's for the academies for the under-23s to play their under-23 players and get them a bit of exposure in league football. So I'm sure Southampton will do the same. They've got a good academy there, and they've always produced some really good kids. Did
you feel the 6-1 last season against Norwich, did that impact on anything else that you were doing, or were you able to compartmentalise it and put it to one side? Was it frustrating?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, it was frustrating to lose 6-1. Of course it was. But I think that was quite early in the season, and we dusted ourselves down after that. Really, if I seem to remember, we focused on the league more than the cup. But this year, my remit is to do well in the league and to try and go as far, if not win it, the Checker Trade Trophy. That's what we want to do. So let's get the Northampton game out of the way. Let's make sure we go there and in good spirits. Like I say, form goes out the window. We have to go there and make sure we're right for the game. Treat it as if it's the first game of the season. Go there, try and get a positive result. Another win makes, like I said, makes it a great month for us. Not a good month, a great month, and a great start. And we can worry about Southampton after that.